All right, so Flannery exchange. So really, these are just blade signs, and they don't even really warrant a video. But the way these legs go in and stuff, it's gonna be a little different. So I just thought I'd just give a quick explainer. So here's two of them. They're identical, other than one of them's going in the planter over here. It only gets 2 bars. The other one that's going in the concrete over here has 3 bars. So, but otherwise, the aluminum part up here, the 090 is the same. And like I said, I mean, this really wouldn't even warrant a video other than normally when we do a blade sign, if we're going to stick a post inside of it, it's in the meat over here and it's away from the jigs. The challenge for this was shoving the post in through where the jigs go. So that means that we're going to have to treat these jigs differently than our normal jigs. So you're just going to have a basic perimeter frame. Up top is the normal jigs here. And then the idea is these jigs will be, clecoed in like normal, but before you slide in the post, you have to weld the jigs in. So the idea is don't weld on the inside of the jigs because the post is going to go right up through there. So if you can see here, the green's the jig, the purple here, that would be the post. So the idea is you're going to bring the post in after you've welded up the frame, but before you put faces on. And then these jigs here, the 2 top jigs, look for those. They're going to have 2 little bent pieces. So that'll give a stop to the post. That way you can just slide these in and then they'll bottom out on the top jigs. And then that'll give you something to weld to. And then once these jigs are in, then you're going to go ahead and weld the jig to the post and weld where you can, get the post welded to this right here. You can see where the post is actually going to be, more than 090 away from the frame here. So you might not be welding the frame to the post there because there's kind of a gap. But down here, the post will be touching the jig. And it's the same thing on all 4 of these jigs. You're not going to weld where the post is going to be on the inside. So you're only going to tack the jig to the frame around here. Around this area, yes, you can weld on like we normally do. That's fine. So right in here, you can weld that. But anywhere else, you're going to have to make sure that you keep the welds on the outside of the jig. So theoretically, at that point, you should be able to slide the post right on in there. Hopefully it works out. So again, we haven't done this before. So hopefully I left enough clearance and you're not doing a lot of filing and grinding. But that's how we're going to get almost a 0 clearance between having the post right up against the edge of the blade sign. So once you get this, tacked up, ready to go, slide in the posts, finish that off, weld the posts to there. And then I would do that before the faces go on. You're going to weld in some 1x1 square tube. And those are 6 inches spaced apart, edge to edge. So you got 6 inches, boom, boom. And then remember, only one sign has 3, the other one has 2. So yeah, there's the jigs. Keep an eye out for that. You'll just bend those up and those will be the keepers. So yeah, that's it. Other than that, go ahead and Lords on your face. And then you're just going to do some, silicone studding, all that. These will have little reference kiss dots. Those will be up. So if you see the reference kiss dot, that letter goes up. I went ahead and put arrows on these so that way you can keep things straight. You'll have these address things that'll, they'll have the address on there. And then I'm saying maybe some 5952 VHB. You can just stick those on after paint. Just center them up and make sure they mirror each other. Those are just centered. I sent you that over. Look for that square bar. They want 1.25 inch solid square bar. So order that in, and then you'll have, I went ahead and made 2 of these just in case one gets jacked up. You'll just line these up with these square bars and you'll just tap it for 1024. So you'll just do 3 little studs kicking out on that. That's right. We have a cut list. So you got your 2.5 by 2.5. You've got your square tube. Those are for the in-between. And yes, because we're dealing with 090, this got caught out on a decimal, on a tenth. So I know your tape measure doesn't do that, but get as close as you can. And this is your solid bar. So these are at 40.25, and then just take the jig, center it up, and go ahead and drill your 3 holes, and that will give you your stud alignment there. So Anyway, lay of the land. You got faces, frame parts, jigs, address number things, and a couple of drill templates. I know. And it's all 3/8 acrylic. Tap for 1024. So just look for all that, and it'll just be one big silicone party when it comes time to put these together. So anyway, like I say, not too big a deal. Just wanted to explain those jigs. But, as usual, if you have any questions, hit me up.